Good morning, guys. Riley here. Today we're going to be talking about a few things regarding YouTube and kind of in general car situations and all that fun stuff. Also installing one small modification to the Corvette and showing you guys some modifications that are awaiting to be put on. So originally today's video we were going to be dropping off the car at a performance shop to be getting its first round of performance modifications done as I'll be out of town this weekend. So I was going to drop the car off, get some mods done, come back, pick it up, and be faster. However, as you see here, we have two boxes here from Texas Speed and Performance, but I am missing a third that is somewhere in Kentucky right now. So until that box shows up, I really can't do anything. So that kind of sucks because I was really looking forward to adding a little bit more power there to the Corvette. And also, as you can see here, we've got my Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's, my drag radials that are just awaiting. Oh yeah, they're pretty meaty. Check that out. Woo! But I'm just awaiting on my welds to be finished being built, I guess, over at the weld factory, wherever that is. So hopefully the welds will be in the next, hopefully a couple of weeks, I don't know. But hopefully I can put those on soon enough and we can go hit the drag strip and see what the difference between all these boxes and wheels and tires and all that fun stuff does to improve my quarter-mile time. But all I can say for now is that it should be a pretty big improvement, and I'm really excited to see what happens. And also keep in mind, I'm doing all these performance modifications in like little stages, just because if I did it all at once, well then what else would I do? So all of this back here is just kind of stage one. What the hell was I doing? And then after we get that done, we'll build up from there. But today we're gonna go head over to the shop. We got a car to wash and all that fun stuff. And then one piece should be showing up for the Corvette later this afternoon via UPS. So let's go over to the shop and get this car washed, and I'll talk to you guys about what I wanted to say originally. Well, it's not gonna sound like that for much longer. Can I get the number 3, the 12 count, value sized with a Dr. Pepper? Thank you, you too. All right, finished up with work for the day. We got this nice Mercedes in here that we just finished wrapping satin red chrome and doing a nice ceramic coating on it. Came out pretty darn awesome. Even here with the dark lighting, it looks pretty great. Zach, how are you, buddy? Living the dream, all right. Zach's over here detailing his Camaro. And then Junior over here has got his Subi.
Yep, there you go.
Junior is the new hire here, helping with wrapping stuff, and then we got
Junior, massage my back.
Massage my back. Then we still got good old Travis, but yeah, just hanging out. We washed 2 cars this afternoon. I cleaned my car up a little bit, looking real nice actually. Needs a paint correction, but as I said a little bit earlier, we now have our box of goodies. We went to my house and picked this up. So, any guesses what it is? This is honestly one of the simplest mods that I could probably do to my car. However, I think it's going to make a pretty big difference, and it's something I've been waiting on for a month and a half to show up. Ooh. These are nice. So here they are, as you can see, gloss black Grand Sport badges with red lettering. Those are going to replace the chrome ones that are on the car currently. So let's go ahead and install these things. So to get the fender badges out, it's really pretty straightforward. There's just 3 little, these little guys that hold it in. So you just undo all 3 of those, and in order to access those, there's 3 push pins on the fender liner. You just pop those out and stick your arm back there. Travis has a little bit smaller hands than I do, so a little bit easier for him to reach that. But yeah, he's just getting the last one now, pop it out, and then put the black one on, and that should complete pretty much all of the exterior mods that I was really wanting to do. There's a few other things I still want to get done, but the way it will sit after this is done is pretty much exactly how I wanted it, at least for the time being. And then as you know from earlier in the garage, ooh, nice. Thank you, sir. But as you guys know from earlier in the garage, we have performance mods on the way next, but at least the car will be looking nice and how I want it. So that, let's see. So there is your before and there is your after. Ooh, yes, that is going to look so much better. Hell yeah. So here is what the driver's side looks like. Have this side all finished up. Just kind of completes the black and red theme that we're going for here. And there's no more eyesore of a giant chrome piece. But then over here on the passenger side, we're running into an issue where it is kind of helpful to have Travis here, is that there's a giant tank. And I assume it's for maybe the dry sump oil or something, but it's very difficult to reach on this side because that's in the way and there's other stuff in the way. So just be aware if you're gonna do this to your Grand Sport. You got stuff in the way over here.
$24.99.
Well, that's what I call a shiny tip. Woo, my goodness. Thanks, Zach.
Welcome, buddy.
All right, well here it is with a slightly better camera than a GoPro, so you can get a good idea for what they look like. Sorry about the wind. So yeah, that is what the gloss black fender badges look like. Car actually looks really good on camera. One of the few colors that does show up nice on camera. So yeah, that is all completed. And then just moving around to the back, pretty straightforward. You guys have already seen everything back here. And now I've got some freshly polished tips thanks to Zach. So those look a ton better. So that is pretty much all that is going on at the shop today. Got all that taken care of. And then this little guy right here is Faison's new daily / future race car project. Faison, what are you doing with the Lexus?
Driving it right now.
Okay.
And then hopefully in 6 months I'll have enough money to buy another daily, like a proper daily, and then turn this into a full race car.
So this is a 2002 Lexus IS 300 that he's got some pretty big plans for. He says, quote unquote, oh, I'll be at Texas 2K in 2 years, watch me. So, yeah, so I'm assuming he plans to go 4-digit power numbers with this thing, but we will see. And then the only other thing that we've added to the shop, is we now have some Avery Dennison wrapping samples that you can find on this wall, and then some 3M wrapping samples that we can find on this wall. So if you come in here and you want to get a wrap, we have some bigger samples that you can find on the wall, as well as all of these booklets, which are just full of different colors that you can choose from. So you can pretty much, the world is yours. You can pick anything you want. But yeah, lots of cool colors to choose from if you want to get your car wrapped.
One tire fryer.
Oh shit!
Oh, dude. That shit hit me. That hurt.
Hey, the shop's looking real good today, boys. All right, well, that was a great Friday. Time to go home. Oh, damn. I literally feel like I'm getting cancer by the second. Time to move the car out so it doesn't smell like this for a year. It smells absolutely terrible in here. Oh my God. That ought to do the trick. Okay, so a couple things I want to talk about before we finish this video off. Number one, if you saw a couple videos ago, me and my fiance were looking at buying trucks, and she bought a truck. So she actually bought the exact truck that we were looking at during that video. So congratulations, babe. I know you're enjoying your truck. I absolutely love it. The new Rams are awesome. So I'm sure we'll have a video featuring that truck here pretty soon on the channel. But you can go follow her on her Instagram at Miss @RP_Productions. Will we be doing a ton of mods to the truck? Probably not, but it's a nice, reliable daily driver, and it's a nice truck, so have that going for us. And then for the second thing I wanted to talk about in this little talking portion is something I've kind of gone back and forth on if I wanted to even address it. But that is, you guys got to stop comparing the Corvette to every other car that I've owned. They're all different. Every car that I've owned has been unique in their own way, and I really don't look at them as like, oh, this was better than this. I mean, every car that I've owned, I have thoroughly enjoyed each one of them for their own reasons. The Hellcat was definitely an awesome car. I will miss that car for sure. I'm sure 10 years down the road I'll be like, man, I miss my Hellcat. But it's one of those things where I had pretty much accomplished everything I wanted to do with that car, as I've kind of already talked about. But I had accomplished everything I wanted to do with it. I didn't want to add any more power to that car, because let's say the motor blows up on a Hellcat, you're out like $25,000, give or take. A motor blows up on an LS3 Corvette, you can find one for, I don't know, $4,000 to maybe $7,000 max. So it's one of those things you kind of have to, you know, plan ahead and plan for the worst and hope the worst doesn't happen. But I really did miss having a manual, and the Corvette has an awesome manual transmission. It's lightweight, it's fun. Taking that thing through back roads and stuff is just fantastic, and I can't wait to actually take it to a real track day, you know, ones with turns. But I'm having a ton of fun with the Corvette bone stock form, and it's not going to be bone stock form for very much longer. So I know it's just going to get even better. But seriously, the comments got to chill with comparing a bone stock Corvette, which, you know, it's based off a platform that came out in 2005, to, you know, newer cars. This is a project car, and I've said that from day one. The Corvette's going to be just a fun project to play around with, and it really does feel like a toy. The Corvette, I think the best way to describe it would be saying it's an American Miata. It's just like, it's just fun to mess around with. Is it the most practical thing? No, probably not, but it's a bunch of fun, and that's kind of what I was looking for, and yeah, that's about it. So hopefully you guys get where I'm coming from. Tried to make this as lighthearted as I possibly could. But with all that being said, that pretty much sums up today's video. So I'm currently packing up to go out of town on a little family vacation type thing, and then come back, and I guess within a few days of getting back, the car should go in for modifications. So not sure what the next video will be, but I do know that within the next probably 2 to 3 videos, the Corvette will have more power. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the future ones, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.